What's up, dudes? Chooch out here on the Inmotion v12, giving this little thing a rip. This is the newest electric unicycle by the company Inmotion. They came into the game strong with a heavy hitter last year, and they released their first performance electric unicycle that had the suspension in it, and it really shined. Before that, they were kind of lower end unicycles, V8F, V10. Some great unicycles, but they just did not have that speed factor there, guys. This one is way different. This right here is a rocket ship compared to the other Inmotion electric unicycles. This thing will take off. It's like 0 to 43 miles per hour in about 4 seconds, and it could be a little bit faster than that. It's almost instant. You literally take off from a dead stop on this thing, and you are at 43 miles an hour before you know it. And it is quick, guys. And what makes it so quick is the fact that it has that 2,500 watt motor in it, which is the same exact motor as the Sherman. So you got to think, guys, like this thing, it seriously is a powerhouse of a wheel. It's nowhere near as heavy as that Sherman is. It has nowhere near the amount of battery packs in it that it has to carry around that extra weight. Check this thing out. I've done a few extra modifications to it. I got the side pads right here. Side pad Governor XLs on there, covered in a mouse pad material. Got a little KTM bag I found, 15 bucks on Amazon. I'll link that for like the 3 guys out there that might want to check it out. And then I got the free motion pedals right there on it. Those are some sweet pedals, and this is just the perfect unicycle for it. I've been really hesitant to show these things because it was on that really terrible looking M Super Pro, my trail riding wheel. And they ride really good, guys, but it didn't look good. And I really wanted to wait till I got it on this wheel right here to showcase what these pedals look like. And if you're getting the Inmotion V12, these pedals are they look good, guys, and they ride good. Like the Clark pedals, I guarantee you would look good as well on this thing, but these are what I put on here just because Free Motion sent these to me. And I know it's been a little while, guys, since I got this review up, but I'm really liking these pedals, guys. It has just enough grip in there to where you can, any flat-footed skate shoe, anything like that, gets enough grip, but you can still kind of shimmy your foot around if you need to reposition. If you need to find that new position, you can. And I'm really enjoying these, guys. They look good, and they just feel good. And one thing about this V12, guys, you see me riding backwards right here and always just messing around on it. On the heavier wheels and other stuff like that, it's just not as fun to play around and do little stuff like this. With this one, it's literally like effortless. You can just twirl around on it. You can just reverse. You can take off. Like everything is just so easy on this wheel. Like the simplicity of this V12, of the size of it, how lightweight it is, and how fast it is. The features. I love the lights on it. I love the sound wave. So one thing you hear on here is that acceleration noise. That's called the sound wave. This is a new feature on this thing, and a lot of guys are like, oh, why are they putting that on there? That's so stupid. You can turn it on or off. Literally, there's no reason to hate on it at all. You can turn the feature on or you can turn it off. And I think it's actually really cool that it's there. Of course, not every day are you going to go out and be blaring the sound wave on this thing, on your daily commute and whatnot. But for certain situations, if you're fooling around or say you're in a big group of people, this definitely gets people's attention. I think for group rides and stuff, that sound wave is good because people know where you're at, man. It's like you got 5 senses. You may as well use one of them if you can. So having this to kind of alert people where you're at, and they can kind of tell when you're accelerating and braking on it, I think is a really good thing. And it definitely works like it should. It gets people's attention, and people know around you when you're accelerating and when you're braking. And that was the exact design of the technology. So it definitely does its job, and I think it's something cool. And I wouldn't mind seeing it in future unicycles, man. Even make it where you can change the aggressiveness of the sound, alter it where you could do a different types of engine noises and whatnot. But this new one, it sounds like Luke Skywalker is charging up the sword, and he's about to come around with the lightsaber and just slice you in the freaking head, dude. It's like what this thing sounds like. It literally sounds like you're waving around a lightsaber. Is the only way I can explain the sound of this thing. It's a little bit ridiculous, honestly, but I like it. Another thing with the lights, You can change all the lights on this. See how I have the lights on it like dancing up and down? Those will actually move to the beat of the music if you want to, and you can change, um, you can make them whatever color you want. Like if I wanted to make them all orange to match the whole rig right here, I could. I got the pink in the front to match the goggles, and then I got orange on the bottom right there, kind of orange red to match the power pads. And then on the top up here, which you can kind of see I got going on, is I built a large bumper around my LCD display. And it's not finished yet. It's a work in progress. But I'm building just a huge bumper pad around that LCD display up there. And for most people, like, you definitely don't need to do this. This thing is a very well built unicycle. The bumper works good on it. I've crashed it many times without doing any type of aftermarket bumper around that screen, and I've crashed it on gravel, on rocks. I've crashed it everywhere in between, and its screen was fine. It literally was absolutely fine. Just some minor scratches on it from like rocks, like just sending it like 30-mile-an-hour crash on Rocky Mountain like trails, and it was completely fine. So I'm just doing this because I know how I ride, and you give me another 4 months on this thing, and it's going to end up slamming into that screen up top. So I mean, it's something simple. And if y'all want me to show you a close-up of how I did it or what I did up there, that I can. It's pretty simple, guys. Literally just a hot glue gun, some pads, and then like I took apart an old mouse pad I had and used that to cover the power pads, and then to create a little cover up top around that LCD screen. And then I also put a hinged plastic cover that acts as a rain guard, and you can literally just flip that up, and then you get your finger under there to use the LCD screen, and then it flips back down, and it's fully protected. And I'm going to refine the way it looks and everything and make it look a lot better, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now with it. And also that little bag you see on the back there, I just was scrolling around Amazon looking at like tool bags, and then I saw a KTM tool bag that was like $15, pretty cheap for like a KTM branded product, and it fits perfectly on the back. Like it literally fit perfectly, and it even holds up the kickstand. So I made it where the kickstand flips under that, and that secures the kickstand, and that bag will hold like 2 little miniature bottles of water. You can put a bike pump in there. You could literally put all kind of like a phone charger, anything extra you might need in there, which is really cool. And it stays on there very well. If y'all want me to show you a little close up of how I put that on there, it's cool. That little bag is seriously one of the coolest mods I've done to a unicycle, and it actually works good and it's securely on there. But yeah, I'll have that linked in the Amazon store. If y'all want to check it out, you can, because it fits perfect on the back of the V12, like perfectly. All right, so some specs for you guys just getting into the hobby that are looking at these things like, dude, this is pretty cool. I want to check it out. You can expect this thing to be about 64 pounds when you get it. These things are pretty heavy. You know, 64 pounds for this is, I mean, it's a dense machine. It feels like you're getting a quality piece of kit. You know, you're getting a solid piece of technology here that is no frills. This is not a toy. This is a solid piece of kit you're getting right here, with packed full of features. I mean, it is a powerhouse. And you can expect about a 43.5 mile per hour top speed out of this thing once you turn everything up on it. You can expect about a 6-hour charge time to about 80%, and that's with the stock charger, guys. You can charge these things with a rapid charger at like 8 amps, dude, and these things will charge up in like an hour and a half. You can literally go ride it, like I'm talking ride ridiculously far, come back, put it on like a quick charge, and you're out ready to send with a full tank again and go, 60 more miles on this thing. So that's incredible, and that's pretty much with all wheels out there, is just how fast you can charge it now. But even with that stock charger, that is really no big deal. You're going to be able to ride this thing as much as you possibly are going to want to ride it, straight up. And then your max load on this thing, you're probably wondering like how heavy set of a person can get on this little thing. And this might be mind-blowing to some of you guys, but up to about a 260-pound person can comfortably ride on this thing and not damage it, and it will keep you upright, and you can have fun just like everybody else. And that's one thing that a lot of people overlook, and I think that is a huge selling point of these things, is just simply that not a lot of people think that a device this small could hold up a a man that's 260 pounds and get him around. But it will. If you can get on it, you can learn how to ride it and everything like that, then you're good to go, dude. You're smooth sailing, and it will blow your mind that you can easily just cruise around on this thing. It's just the dynamics of it. The way the machine works is, I mean, it's not really having to be under massive undue stresses. The machine really kind of works naturally with you, which is why you can get such insane mileage out of these things. All right, so good news, guys. The V12, the mass shipment, is going to be coming out later in October. So we got a few more days before these bad boys are heading out to your door, and it's exciting, man, because this wheel is awesome, and I think it really, really is an incredible deal for such a great unicycle. I think a lot of people are going to love it.